everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to come in today to share with you my style aesthetic, my mood board, and my fitting journey as a plus size person that is making clothes for myself. So I am going to jump into all of that and share with you kind of this whole process in this new series that I'll be doing, and I'll create a separate list for this as well. And so first and foremost, I want to welcome to all my new subscribers, and secondly, I do want to say thank you to everyone for your lovely comments and thoughts on my smiley video. I'll link that up above. I greatly appreciate it. It's not always easy to share those personal aspects of yourself, but again, I do believe that all things work to the good and glory of God. And so if it just helped one person, blessed one person, I am good with that. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's conversation, which is this mood board. Now, remember I shared within the haul video a blank board that I was making for a class. So much Roz with So Much Fabric, if you follow her on Instagram, hosts it's every other month, a sewing fashionistas meetup. And so this year's theme is all about finding your style aesthetic. So the first meeting I missed, which is they had a person who does a color analysis for each one, and it was complimentary, so I missed that. So I will invest in doing that later at some point, and I'll come back in with the results from that. But someone came in and did a color analysis, which was awesome because a lot of the ladies talked about what they found in their sewing wardrobe, things they like to make that made sense or didn't make sense based on that color analysis that was done for them. And so for this particular class that we went to in February, we had to take our mood board, which shows the type of items and clothes that we liked that inspired us, and kind of talk about why. And so Roz had several questions that we didn't go over all of the questions and answers in the group because there's quite a few women there. We'd have been there all day, but I do want to share with you a few of the questions that she asked, and yeah, and jump right in. And so, and then I'll share with you the tools that I'm using for helping me with my fit along the way as I move towards meeting this goal of finding my style aesthetic. Now, I will say during this process, there were even more clothes from my me-made wardrobe that I donated this past week, because as I went back through my wardrobe and going through this process, I guess it might be similar to those who have done the curated closet. I have not read that book, but pretty much sounds like the same premise, where you get down to what your style aesthetic is, what are the items and pieces that you like, what inspires you, you know, those different types of things you might have to take in consideration, which I'll talk about as well when I'm talking about fit. And so one of the questions that she had is, what do you want to achieve from this style change? And so I wrote, I want to achieve a sense of true style aesthetic for myself that represents who I am on the inside, reflected on the outside. And I want to be able to recognize and articulate the style I would like to have on the job, at church, as a business person, as a wife, as a mother, also being able to match accessories, shoes, all of that good stuff. And so then it got into what do you not like about your current wardrobe. So a lot of the things that were in my closet are things that I have made. But what I've discovered, and I've talked about this before, so I'll keep hammering this for, you know, everyone who's getting back into sewing. When I got back into sewing last year, I made a lot of things just to be making. I made stuff. I just made stuff. There was this challenge. There was this going on. And that going on, and so I just made things, and not really, again, falling into that trap, not recognizing that, hey, wait, that's not quite my style. And so, but I did it anyway. Now, there was a positive and a plus, a negative to that. The positive is that it got me into sewing. I learned quite a few new techniques, different things of that nature. But the flip side is it's not stuff I will wear, off the shoulder stuff and everything. That's just not my style. And so, you know, different things like that. So that that is one of the things that I want to make sure that I get down in this process. And so, and it's becoming much more and more clear to me, especially now that I'm learning more about fit for my body. And I'll get into that and the resources that I'm using for that. And so, another question is, describe your favorite look. So my favorite look is a circle skirt or an A-line skirt and a cute top or blouse. As a relaxed look, I love jogging pants and a t-shirt on top. And I also like jean skirts and tops. And so for me, that can look like a lot of different things, right? You can get so many different looks with that. You can jazz those looks up, pare them down, different things of that nature. So yes, absolutely those types of looks. And then the other flip side is describe your least favorite look. And for me, that is anything that makes me look old or frumpy, not well-fitting bras or clothes, shoes that are not my style or flat or not flattering, so for instance, is a pencil skirt with no details or embellishments. Now y'all know I made that McCall's I forget, is it 7820, something like that, pencil skirt, and pretty straight up and down. That's not particularly my style, so that went to the donation. Also, the other thing for me is dresses that have gathers around the waist. Now I made that buttery retro dress, which I love. It has gathers around the waist. I still love the dress, but the gathers, just, oh yeah, things that gather around the waist for me, because I'm quite hippie, and will have big thighs and everything like that. And so the gathers for me is just not the look I necessarily want to have. And so, yes, I prefer more of the pleated or more smooth look. And then other questions was, what type of outfits do you wear during the week, the weekend, or special occasion? And so for me, like I said, this was kind of easy to answer and a very boring answer in that, yeah, I just wore the same stuff for work, for church, and then I really didn't have anything for the weekend. So those were some of the things that, some of the questions. So here is my mood board. Let's see, how can I show it to you? Okay. Oh, good. You can see the whole thing. So these are different looks that I absolutely love. This here is, I love Michelle Obama's hair here. I like when I do a twist out on my hair and I can, you know, make it big and everything like that. Love that look. I love this casual look. You all would have seen me share this in my, I think it might have been a tag video. I don't remember which video, but I am definitely making that. I absolutely love this t-shirt with a tie string on there, and that's Jada Pinkett. You know, I've shared that look. This vest, I am going to do, Elizabeth Mathis did a vest series, a quilted vest series, so cute, and I saw this on Pinterest, and I was like, love, love, love. I definitely want to do that. What else I want to highlight? I love flowy dresses. Let's see here, like this here, flowy dresses like that, and like this. And a few of these are my Pinterest picks. So you know I'm doing Pinterest picks and Instagram inspirations for 2017. What else do I want to highlight on here? Oh, so you see how it has accessories and shoes. This is a shirt dress. Absolutely love that. And so we were supposed to use, let me see if I can get in here. We were supposed to use 3 words that we thought would describe our style after we kind of went over our mood board. And so I really didn't know. I kind of knew a couple words, but the ladies helped me. And so they picked dramatic, classic, and chic. Absolutely love it. You all know, let me pop up this dress right here. That is for me. It's kind of a classic fit, where it's kind of the princess seams and whatnot, but it has the dramatic look to it because that knit looks like leather and it's not. Love, 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 love that dress, and I did that for the day and night dress challenge. I'll link that up above as well. And so yeah, so that is my move board. And how is it for me? Am I going about with my fit journey? Absolutely loving the fit journey. It is nerve-wracking. Let me just admit that up front. It is nerve-wracking because for me, I have to watch things. I'm a visual learner. So for me, I start with the Craftsy classes. Now I did watch, there are quite a few free YouTube videos out there, but what I'm finding a slight difference is with the Craftsy classes is that when you invest in something, you take it a little bit more seriously, right? If you spend your money, you're taking it a little bit more seriously. But two, there's a little bit more detail of the why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And so when I'm watching the Craftsy classes, I'm able to understand more the why behind why is it I'm doing what I'm doing, and why does such and such on the free video might mention this, but I don't get why. And so hearing the why and seeing them walk through the why is what makes so much sense to me as a visual learner. I am straight up a visual learner. And so from there, from the Craftsy classes, and the Craftsy classes I've watched to date that have helped me are Kathleen Cheetham's Adjust the Bust, what is it called? Waist hip adjustment, I think. And Jenny Rushmore, who owns Cashmerette Patterns, her full bust adjustment Craftsy video. They have all helped me. I will say more so Kathleen Cheetham's, because she goes really into the why a little bit deeper. So I have appreciated that. And so from there, I'm able to couple those with, now I have two books in particular that I have, now that I've seen the videos, when I read them, make more sense to me. And that is Fit for Real People. I have some pages dog-eared. I have tabs on some pages, different things of that nature. So now that I'm going through it, say for example, the whole full bust adjustment, the A, B, C, and D cup, there is, Kathleen Cheetham talked about it in her video, which made sense, how you determine the whole A, B, C, and D cup. Well, there's also, when I went back into the book, there is a page that talked about bust and the bust size and different things of that nature and how to determine it. It's right here in the book. So it made more sense to me. Again, if you're a visual learner, that may be how you are as well. For those who can read things and just pick things up from reading, for you reading the book may have just worked perfectly fine, but for me it did not. And so again, being a visual learner that I am, and want to know more behind why I'm doing something, a full comprehensive understanding, the Craftsy class is where I started first. And then I was able to go back into my book, and I've had this book, let's see, over a year. And so yeah, so I have this book, and I'll leave the link to both of these books down below on through Amazon. And so the other book, this was gifted to me from a subscriber last year, and this book is Fitting and Pattern Alteration, and this is by Elizabeth Leachy. And so and there's a couple other authors' names on here, but this book is awesome. And I have to tell you, between the two, like for this one, I dog-ear pages here too, but let me see, where it talks about a larger upper arm adjustment. I'm kind of all twisted up here trying to show this to you, but now that I've watched the Craftsy classes, I'm able to go into the books now and really read. Now both of these books, now this goes into a lot more detail. It gives quite a few different ways to do things. It talks about the pivot and slide method, the slash method, and the Fit for Real People do too, to a certain degree. They obviously focus more on a lot of the tissue fitting method, but this covers that as well as quite a few other methods, and just other thoughts, and having a smaller neck, and flat shoulder blades and prominent shoulder blades. Yeah, very, very good books. So for me, now the books, and like I said, I'll leave the links down below, make more sense to me now that I've watched some Craftsy classes. And because one of the other things, and I'll wrap this up by saying, one of the other things I have, and I have on this t-shirt right now, but let me just show you. When I'm looking at fit, I am plus size. And let me just say this, and I feel like I can get away with saying this. Let me just say this. Every plus size person is not curvy. And so that is just one thing that is just, for me, that is just, it is what it is. Every person who's plus size is not curvy. Sometimes it's just pure extra tire, extra fat around the waist. And so for me, like this area, not sure if you can see. Yeah, not sure if you can really see. I should have wore something tighter. Yeah, let me tighten this up some. So for me, while I do have a smaller waist, I have this area to contend with. And so in Kathleen Cheetham's video, she does talk about the woman that has a little bit more tummy, belly in the front. And also, and I do need to do practice doing a sway back adjustment, because I do, as I lose weight, this does become more pronounced for me, this lower back half where it dips in a little bit more. But yeah, I might have a smaller waist here and my hips come out, but this here is extra fat, extra around this area that I need to make sure that I'm also adjusting for. And as I lose weight, that continues to go down. That won't always be there as prominent as it is. And so, and I'm wearing a loose fitting shirt. Same thing with the arms. This here, as I lose weight, yes, it does slim down and everything like that. I'm not saying I'm about to get Michelle Obama arms or anything like that, but these are all things I have to take into consideration when making adjustments. Again, not all plus size women are curvy. Some of it is just extra flesh that we might have, extra little bit of a tire, extra little bit hanging here that we just need to accommodate for. And so, and for those who are on the healthy journey, you realize, okay, it's not going to always be there, but you have to still be mindful of it. And so if you're making your clothes, those may be different adjustments that you might have to make to accommodate those areas. And so even though, you know, a lot of these looks, I will have to adjust some of these looks to fit how I want it to fit on my body. And so, and not try to create something to fit the way I see it in a picture, but cater it more towards me. So hopefully that makes sense. I know this is a little bit of a long video. So that is it. That's what I wanted to share. And this video is a little bit longer because I want to share a little bit more about the mood board, the fitting tools that I've been using and enjoying in this journey. And so yeah, that is basically it. Hopefully all of that makes sense. If you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them below. I have coming up my February lookbook and also my March sewing plan. So make sure you look out for those videos. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. All right, everybody, have a great day.